I'm back again with another solo advice video. This time it's for A Child is Born, written and composed by Thad Jones. This version that I'm looking at is distributed by Kendor Music, and it features a trumpet solo in the beginning of the song, as well as an optional guitar solo, but I'm focusing more on the trumpet solo because that's what my ensemble will be having. This piece is really beautiful. Leaves lots of space for dynamics to really shine. Well, let's cut to the chase. So the tune has a lot of chords going back and forth. It's a waltz. It's kind of a lullaby. But you should be able to recognize some patterns as you scan the piece. It is an A-B form, but it's almost like the A section has a subsection where it goes somewhere else, and I'll explain in a little bit. The B section resembles the A section pretty well up until this point right here. Then it starts to get different to the end. So let's start with the beginning. First thing we have here is for B-flat instruments, key of C is wonderful. It's nothing to be afraid about. I mean, you just play your concert B-flat scale, which is a C major scale. So any ideas you want to play off of this will sound really good. I would suggest to play up and down the scale. Now there are some notes that won't work so well for this, particularly starting phrases on the 4. Because we're in a major 7 chord, and having that 4 makes an aural, A-U-R-A-L, disagreement between the 3rd and the 4th. So I would stay away from that starting phrases, but you can use it in passing. Or I could do whatever. Like that sounds really nice, right? But I'm using it in passing tone. I'm not starting with the phrase. And ending on that note would be awful. Now, even though I'm saying ending on the note would be awful, here we have the F. It's right in the chord. Now this is interesting. For this chord, an F minor scale sounds like this. Well, rather. But this isn't really telling us it's a minor 7 in this chart. It's just saying minor. So with that information, you could actually do something kind of interesting. Playing the F minor scale, the first 5 notes, and then finish with the C major scale. Basically, you're playing an F minor scale, 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, natural 6, natural 7, 1. You could do that. It would sound like this. So C. So there's that 7 of the F minor. And you can see it doesn't sound that bad, actually. It sounds really nice. So the reason this F minor works is basically because of this note, this A flat. It's the minor 3rd of the F minor chord. So we have this rub coming up. So you could use this as a pivot note, starting your phrases with an A flat, the 3rd here, and then going down a half step to the G here, the 5th. So it could sound like, sorry. Just to give you an idea, moving back and forth. One thing that will also help your solo sound really nice is arpeggiating. And arpeggios are built off of something quite simple. You just want to outline all the notes of a chord. So depending on the chord it is, whether it's a major 7, this funny 7 with a sharp 9, or this half diminished 7, you want, all of these are 7th chords, so they all have a root, a 3rd, a 5th, a 7th. Outlining those notes will sound really pretty. For instance, And I could go up to the 9. Even that line right there. I'm on an E, which is the 7 of the F, and I'm just arpeggiating down. Sounds really nice. So that's this first 6 bars, and it just goes back and forth. You're kind of oscillating between this major feel and this minor kind of feel. Now we have this. This is really cool. Does this look familiar? I hope it does. We have a half diminished 7, which is a minor 7 with the flat 5. And then we have the next chord is dominant 7. But the 9 is sharped. Oh, it's sharp in this case. So it's a really nice chord. But we have that F in there as well. It's a really rich and pretty chord. Then we go to an A minor 7. So let's look at the movement. We have B to E, which is B, C, D, E. 1, 2, 3, 4. E to A is E, F, G, A. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's moving up in fourths. And we have a minor 7, flat 5, to a dominant 7. Usually I see a flat 9, but this has a sharp 9. That's okay. And then we have a minor 7. And this minor 7 is the relative minor of C. So what we have here is a really cool minor 2, 5, 1. To our A minor 7. Then we go, so now we've basically transitioned to minor for this second half. Anytime you see this A minor 7, you can assume that we're in minor in this section. Down here, it's a little bit different. So we have major here, and then we go to minor. We have these fun chords. There's this sharp 5 here. So we get these really rich chords, something that will make it easy. So we were first working with C major, then we went to the F minor scale, first 5 notes, then finished it up major. Now that we're in minor land, we can actually play the A harmonic minor scale, and that will sound really nice. It'll fit with everything that's going on right here. It might not be perfect, it might not be spot on, but I think for beginners, this is a great scale to use. And that scale, starting on A, you go up the first 5 notes of the minor scale, go up a half step, there's the flat 6, and go back down to A, go down a half step, there's the natural 7. That's an easier way to look at your harmonic minor scales. It's also more melodic in that way. Not a melodic minor, but just sounds more melodic. Sounds really pretty, so I'll give you a little idea. So it's just kind of noodling around, not doing anything fantastic. But here we have an interesting transition. We see a minor 7 to a dominant 7, and it's moving up in a fourth. A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is shifting here to a new 1, but this one isn't actually the one we want to go to. We're moving our way up. A to D is a fourth. D to G is a fourth. G to C is a fourth. So we're moving our way from the minor to the major. We we have our G7, then back to C. So we're moving our way from minor to major. During this part, I would still use the minor. Then all of a sudden you get to D and it changes everything. Here I would recommend arpeggiating. That would sound really nice. If you could arpeggiate this chord, 1, 3, 5, 7. And you could add the 9 as well, which would be E in this case. And what I like to do here is I'm actually pretending this is already in C, so I'm ignoring this. I mean, you can't ignore this. This is huge. You want to avoid the B, so do not play B. I'll write B here. I'll write X. You can't play B on this measure. It'll ruin it. So then in the next measure, almost matches the bell. Tuning is a little bit off. So going back to this, A harmonic minor. And we're back to C. So everything is normal here, just like it was in the beginning. This is all major. And we have this funny chord where we're doing a F minor scale. Well, the third is flat and the 6 and 7 are natural. Then we have this cool chord, which sounds like this. It's E7 altered chord. This is worth explaining because it's a really cool chord. Now you can cheat and this chord and play the A harmonic minor scale. But I would focus on the notes of an E7 and not play A. That would sound really bad. So you could play A harmonic, little period, minor. It's like H and M. Oh, a little hard. That's so nice. So we have. And in here, in my mind, I'm hearing C. So I'm actually avoiding this B. So you could actually have a B natural, and it will sound fine. It actually doesn't sound weird. Listen to it. There's the B natural. Then this part, B flat 7, you have to play the scale. But the cool thing about this scale is that it's C minor. But play the C minor scale starting on B. Then we go back to C major here. So this is kind of fun here, this A flat 6. We do need Again, we're just going back and forth between C major and C minor. All the notes for A flat 6, we're going to make it Lydian, which means we're going to flat the 4th, so we're going to just keep doing C minor. So you can see here, back here, C major 7, A harmonic minor, C major, C minor, C major, sorry, C major, now C minor, C major, well it's really A minor 7, now we have a different change here. This is very similar to what we had before, A minor 7, D7, G7 sus, G7. It's basically the same thing, so the same thing applies here. I hope this makes sense. I'd like to play through and solo without having this little pointer getting in my way. So I am going to click here. Hopefully I can do it. There we go. Oh my goodness, see, this is gonna happen. Oh, sorry, I have to delete this stuff. Let's see if I can just play. Stop. Here we go. No. Nope, there we go. No, it's not going to work. Oh, it's only going to do the bass. Oh, this is so frustrating. Okay, sorry, I have to quit it. Okay, so I'm going to start this from the beginning, and hopefully you took a screenshot of that. Here we go. Minor, major, minor, minor, sorry, major. It's D7, now we're avoiding the B. So, not an amazing solo, but you get the idea. If I practice more with it, you could hear how some ideas are working. And notice how my solo is not busy at all. It's very chill, very relaxed. I have some spurts of energy, something like that, but I hold notes and make sure to rest. It's also part of soloing is making these phrases and letting them breathe, taking time to solo and think about your next line, next plan of attack. I hope this video is really helpful to you. Sorry it's long, a lot of good stuff in here. Rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. Happy practicing.